Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about creative problem solving based on the book written by Scott Fogler and Steve LeBlanc. The name of the book is Strategies for Creative Problem Solving. It's a very good book. I recommend this book for all of you to go and read that. It talks about the fundamental of the problem solving. It helps us to solve the problem in a more efficient way. So as you know, every day we are dealing with lots of problems that we need to solve at home. We want to know what to wear, what to eat. At school, there are lots of problems that we will be given. So, and the thing is that when most real world problems have many possible solutions, we want to make sure that we are choosing the best ones, best possible ones. So in this short video, I'm going through the step-by-steps of the creative problem solving. The first step is define. So we want to find out where the problem came from. We want to use the first step to gather the information. We want to learn who defined the problem initially, and we want to challenge and assumptions made to arrive at the problem statement given to us. The next step in the definition part would be exploring the problem. So we want to recall or learn the fundamental principle related to the problem. We want to carry out an order of magnitude calculation and hypothesis what could be wrong, and we want to guess the result at this step as well. There is another thing that we need to consider here is the Dunker diagram. So Dunker diagram is a very simple pathway that makes it okay not to solve the problem posed to you, or we will see that no, it's not okay to not to solve the problem. And after that, we want to do the statement and restatement, and we want to find out the problem in a number of different ways. So this was the first step. Define the problem. Okay. The next step is generating the idea. And first we want to block busting. So it's that we want to remove all of the things that block our idea, like emotional, cultural, environmental, everything that blocks it. And there we can use Goleman's blockbusters, which is attitude adjustment, risk-taking, breaking the rules, internal creative climate, and creative beliefs. The Osborne's checklist is the checklist that to generate new ideas, and we can use this checklist is adopt, modify, magnify, minify, rearrange, and combine. We can use random stimulation and other people's view to generate new ideas. Then you're stuck in a rut. Also, we remove all technical blocks to envision a solution in the future. There is some diagram like fishbone diagram. It helps us to recognize the ideas and or solution that we generate. We can use analogy and cross-fertilizations to bring idea, phenomena, and knowledge from the disciplines to bear on our problem. And there's here, in fact, we need to think about that in a very, without any borders, to find out, to generate all the possible ideas for problem solving. The third step is decide. So we want to decide on many criteria, like situation. We want to know how fast we need to solve this problem. Think about that you have 3-4 problems at the same time and you want to give the priority to one of them. And you can see that, okay, what's the impact of our solutions for each of these problems? And here really we can think about that, okay, is it really a problem or it's a semi-problem? So it's something that it cause a problem later. So all of us, it will help on the decision that this problem must be solved now or we want to solve it now. And then we will decide at the end on the potential problem. Next step is implement. Implement has four main steps. The first one is that I wrote here three of them, because one of them is follow-up that I'm gonna talk about that. It's not very necessary. So, but three main steps are very necessary. Are first planning. So we can do the planning by Gantt chart, deployment chart, critical path. So we want to sketch the pathway through to the solution. We want to prepare our budget for the project, identify the critical task, and prepare a critical path diagram. For carrying through, it's like peeling an onion. So it's like we monitor the progress of the critical task closely. And for example, the core of the onion is knowledge, and the outside of the onion is the synthesis. So we go from the synthesis to analysis, application, comprehension, and then the knowledge. Between this carry through and experimental design, there is another small slope which is follow-up, and we check to see if the solution meets the specified objectives and criteria. It's just that we are actually, this follow-up, we need to do this at all the steps. Then experimental project. We formulate our experimental plan carefully to maximize our efforts, and we want to be aware of the types of the error that can occur, and estimate the minimum number of experiments to carry out. The last step is analysis. Okay, for the analysis, we want to evaluate everything. We want to make sure that we satisfy the objective. We want to challenge information and assumption. We want to make sure that we solve the real problem, not something that it will cause another problem in 2 weeks or in near future or even in the long term. And for that purpose, we want to examine all consequences of our solution. We are looking for a solution that is logical, ethical, safe, and environmentally responsible. For ethical checklist, this book, Strategies for Creative Problem Solving, they have suggested the 5 P's checklist, which I use all the time for the ethical part. It says that, okay, for the 5 P's, to make sure that our decision and solution are ethical, we will consider purpose, pride, patience, persistence, and perspective. Summary of the creative problem solving based on the book written by Scott Fogler and Steven LeBlanc. There are some job cards that I will distribute it through the lectures, and we will use this job card, which is exactly like this, with a little maybe modification in some parts. We are going to use that through the term for our design purposes and our problems in the class. Everything, handling activities that we will have, and we will work on that together. So have a great day, and